Do you sometimes feel like you're so driven, you're so hardworking, you're accomplishing things, your life is so busy, but yet you still feel something is missing? You're accomplishing so many things in your life, you're such a high achiever, you're great, but yet when you accomplish one thing, you move to a next one right away. If this is something resonates with you, this video is for you. In this video, I'll be covering my own experiences of how I turned from a fast mover to a slow person, someone who takes things slowly. I didn't stop doing things, but I just started doing things slow. I will explain how it affected on my life and explain how the transition happened so that finally I feel at peace with myself at any given time. I will give you the examples of my findings when I was trying different methods, and outcomes have really surprised me in a better way. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Nauman. I'm an ICF accredited coach. I helped with hundreds of people to transform their lives, to accomplish their dreams, to get clarity and confidence in their lives. I had 12 years experience in accounting and finance. I'm a mother of two. Now I turned into a coach who really enjoys her work, enjoys being a mom, and simply living life. If this topic interests you, please subscribe to my channel. I share my experiences, my clients' experiences, so that you get help with transforming your own life into a slower, happier, and better mood. Let's get started. For most of my life, I was so proud of myself for being fast. I could take an idea, turn it into an action. I was known for being a hard worker. I was known for being an achiever. And I truly believed in that. I truly believed that all the work that I've done, all the things I accomplished, all the finances I got was because of my hard work, because of my speed, because I wasn't an overthinker. I would take actions right away. At any given time, I was multitasking. For example, a simple action would look like I was on my Instagram, I'm listening to a song, and I'm also talking to my husband, and I'm also planning my weeks and months ahead all at the same time. But recently, just a few months ago, I noticed this urge of doing things was never stopping. I was filled with inspirations and ideas that I need to take on an action right away. If I think of somebody, I would message her right away. If I think of a project idea, I would pick up the date and set up the final results, and I would move on doing it right away. So it got me thinking, why am I doing things right away? Why there is a no waiting period? Why am I not sitting on this idea? Why it was so fast? It was so uniquely fast. So I realized there is a dopamine effect that I was getting. There was a little rush of dopamine in each time I would do something. Each time there was an idea comes in, I would right away, I would make a call, make an appointment, get the payments, blah, 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 write it down right away. So it was like each time I do it, there is a dopamine hitting my brain. As soon as I'm done, the highs, the hits, the rewards would fade away. And then I'm moving on to a next idea. And then most importantly, the ideas, the projects, the messages, the tasks that I was doing right away was never long lasting. It would last for maximum months. For someone like me who takes daily routines of self-care, like walking every single morning, meditating, doing yoga, I thought, I'm taken care of. I take care of myself very well in terms of mindfulness. So I truly believe that this is just me. I'm a high achiever that takes care of myself, and I teach people on how to calm down your nervous system. I teach people the somatics. I'm present when I'm coaching. So it got me thinking, why? Why can't I take a break from this? What if I don't do any of that? What if I stop helping people? What if I stop responding to text messages and emails? And when I was observing this, there was a time period where I feel low, I feel numb, and I'll be sad. I'll be sad and lonely. And then I got curious. Why? Why do I have this sadness? And then as soon as I have this, I disassociate myself. I was so trained to disassociating myself into like not thinking about sadness right away, into running away, like disassociating, not feeling. And I got even further curious. Maybe I'm avoiding something. Maybe by constant move, constant action, or numbing by TVs or Netflix or social media. What is it that I'm avoiding? From the professional background, from somebody that knows how it works, the only way was to experiment it, not take any actions, do things differently. So instead of becoming a fast mover, I decided to take things slowly. I decided to get curious what happens if I don't do any of the things that comes to my brain naturally. There was a huge unknown to this because I never ever tried it. The practice was I let the idea to run through me. I purposely wait until the ideas vanished on their own. And then the desires were so hard. I couldn't successfully implement it all the time. There was a time I would just go to my phone right away. I would write down my ideas right away. I would buy things right away. I would tell advices right away. So there was like on and off experiment, and I tried to really understand who I am without all these actions. The way I do it is when I start something, the ideas hit me and I continue doing what I was doing. If I'm eating breakfast, I continue eating breakfast. If I'm cooking, I'm continuing cooking. Although all the things coming through my mind, let's do this, let's do that, I was still doing what I was doing. And then the ideas would fade. And then there's sadness, there's a wave. I would like to do another thing immediately, and I would disassociate. If then somebody comes in and walks to me, I'm dreaming about my projects, but then I'm squeezing back myself into a present moment. So this experience was a wonderful but really hard experience, because there is a part of me that knows that I really want to do, that's something I am used to, but there's a strong force, but a loving force, almost like an observer that's telling me, no, stay curious and stay there. So there's a gentle voice in me that came through this experience that says, you're not really a fast mover. No one is a fast mover. Fast is distraction. Speed is a distraction. You're supposed to enjoy life by being present, and you don't have to do anything. You don't have to prove anything. You don't have to accomplish anything. There is a still moment of enjoying what you're doing in a present moment. And the wonderful thing happened to me, which is as soon as I wait patiently until the waves run over, until all the dopamine hits, until all this like addiction, almost like an addiction, right, passes, I would go outside, listen to the water, walk in the forest, walk in my background, try to be present with my kids and not get led by those initiations, projects. I realized there was something beautiful coming in, which is beautiful presence of knowing who I am. Underneath all of that, a beautiful presence of remembering who I am. And then I thought, wow, who I thought I was is different. Who I thought I was all this time is maybe not who I am. So I started questioning everything I do in life. Maybe the finance coaching is not my thing. Maybe the people that I still were in connection for this project, I thought, I all of a sudden I had this realization I need to let go of a lot of things in my life so that I give myself a space, a beautiful space just to be me. And then I started having this beautiful idea of having a cocoa ceremony, gathering the people, and we don't have to talk about the finances, the projects. We just let ourselves be, let ourselves heal and get supported by the nature and have a beautiful high tea setup. So magical thoughts come to me and I started implementing slowly, very slowly, because I realized speed is not who I am. So I took that project for weeks and weeks. I was thinking about it, I wasn't acting on it, and it still stayed within me. So now I have a lot of new projects in my idea, and I'm just waiting until if it's going to stay until it gives me a nudge to step on it, but I'm not going to do it fast. So I'm so excited for this phase in my life. I would love to have a conversation with you. I'm so happy to find my new path in my life. And if you want to have a coaching conversation with me, please go to my coachnomin.com website and book a discovery call with me. So I'll be so happy to see you. And if you like this video, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.